Why on earth have WWE taken away Sheamus' theme once again? It makes no sense at all. But other than that, Raw was quite good. Welcome to Allison Analysis, the show where I rate wrestling shows using only emojis. First off, we opened Monday Night Raw with an incredible shot of Rhea Ripley walking from the elevator all the way to the ring. I loved this long shot. It was really cool to see, so it gets a thumbs up from me. Dominic Mysterio then came out to try and win Rhea Ripley back, but Liv Morgan appeared on the screen. The exchange between these three was a fun way to kick off the show, so it gets a thumbs up, but it still left us wanting more, which is ideal, really. Also, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan at SummerSlam is going to be a fun one. But now on to what I'm really annoyed about. Sheamus' new theme is a steaming pile of dump. Seriously, why did WWE need to replace a good theme? The one he had, the remixed version, was just an absolute banger. It was perfect. Why change it? Def Rebel have made a couple of good WWE themes, but for the most part, their theme songs just sound like the wrestler's old theme mixed with a generic track from 2K. And this new Sheamus theme is heartbreakingly absolutely no different, and it sucks. Superstars' entrances and theme songs are so important to their character. I can't even begin to explain how important it is. Out of all the top wrestlers of all time, right, when we think about top wrestlers, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, what do they all have in common? Banger theme songs and great entrances. I mean, literally, this is the only part of WWE right now which was better 10 years ago. Triple H, Nick Khan. I think it's time for Def Rebel to go because this absolutely sucks. The dirtiest Dominic in the game then tried to make things up to Rhea Ripley backstage by giving her flowers, but she threw them right back at him. This was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it does get a set round of applause off me. The crowd were loving some big sweaty men slapping meat when Bronson Reed took on Sheamus. The crowd were really into this one. It didn't go too long, but for the time it lasted, it was really fun and enjoyable, so I'll give this a subtle round of applause too. But after the match, Pete Dunne took out Sheamus, and this is the feud which we should have gotten, but we never did get. And it can take my money because this heel Pete Dunne is money. He's one of the best heels in the business as the Bruiserweight, and we haven't seen this in so long. So you can call me Sabrina Carpenter because please, 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 can we have 2017 Pete Dunne back again? I have missed him so much. Up next with the face-to-face between Damian Priest and Gunther, and this was money. Why they didn't do this segment last week makes no sense to me because it finally created a feud between the two men. The passion we saw from Damian Priest in this with his promo was absolutely exceptional and very possibly the best Damian Priest promo that we've seen since he's joined WWE. The overprivileged heel side of Gunther is back, and I'm glad we're establishing him as a heel again because the last couple of months where he's been a tweener, it's just made zero sense to me. Yes, they've got the Germany PLE in just a few months, but you could do a thing where he's a heel in America and a babyface over there. That would work. It would work well, actually, so that's just what I would do. But yeah, this was a money promo for me. Damian Priest did a phenomenal job, so did Gunther. It finally created a sense of a feud between these two men, and again, it kind of should have been done last week. But unfortunately, my thumbs are now going down. Because why, oh why, after this babyface promo from Damian Priest would he face Braun Strowman in a match where he is established as the heel? What? Who thought of this? This is stupid. But the actual match, Damian Priest versus Braun Strowman, was actually a lot of fun, so I'll give that a thumbs up. But the booking decision to have this right after that promo was just so stupid. Baszler and Stark then defeated Chance and Carter in a fairly short tag match, but still an enjoyable one. I'll give it a decent, I'll say. Adam Pearce then said to Drew McIntyre, "You want CM Punk, you can have CM Punk at SummerSlam as long as you apologize to these two referees." And Drew McIntyre could not do it. He couldn't control himself again and he went nuts. He took out the referees, he started ranting at Adam Pearce, and then out came Seth Rollins. McIntyre went running and now he's suspended once again. And this entire storyline has been money and it continues to be once again. I'm really glad they're not just giving us Punk McIntyre. They're making us really wait for it and to want it even more, but make the story along the way compelling. I think it's clear now, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins is the direction for SummerSlam, and we're going to have McIntyre versus CM Punk later in the year. I mean, obviously, we're going to have the two face-off before then, but I genuinely think the conclusion to the Punk-McIntyre feud could genuinely happen at the next year's WrestleMania. There was then another VHS tape, and Eric Rowan's promo on it was absolutely exceptional. It was money. There's not too much you can say about this, to be honest with you, and it's a difficult one to rate, because it was so emotional and so passionate, but just so well done. We then had Jey Uso versus Dirty Dom, and it was a lot of fun. In ring, this was actually the most focused we've seemingly seen Dom since he turned heel. And he looked great in it. Until Liv Morgan came out. Dom fell on top of Liv, then Rhea Ripley chased Liv Morgan out of the arena, and of course, Jey Uso got the dub in the end. But this does get a subtle round of applause, as it was a lot of fun. Up next, Chad Gable called out Bo Dallas, and out came Bo. But it was a trap as the Creed brothers attacked Bo Dallas as he was coming down to the ring. The Creeds and Gable are finally together. Bo was just laughing throughout this entire attack. They were beating him to pieces, and he was there just laughing, absorbing the pain. The only real negative was the crowd was a bit silent when this was happening. They didn't really know how to react, but they were silent for a lot of the main event too. I think they just got a bit tired. I don't think this was a great crowd, to be honest. But after the beatdown, the Wyatt Six came out, and Creeds and Gable went running. The presentation of the Wyatt Six, I've said it before, I'll say it again, is great. And I am loving that we get to see both sides to Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, and, just Bo Dallas himself. Because I feel like this faction might have struggled to work if all the characters were wearing these masks all of the time. But I love this new trio of Gable and, of course, the Creed brothers, and this segment was money. Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov was a brilliant main event that deserves a round of applause for the time that it lasted. But unfortunately, Braun Breaker did take them out, resulting in the match ending in DQ. My issue with this, and the reason that this is going to get a thumbs down, is because Adam Pearce made a huge point to security about how to make sure Braun Breaker leaves the arena, make sure he doesn't get back in the arena, and they just didn't do that. If you were going to do this, have security chase him as he's running down to the ring, and he hits his spear, he's faster than the security, he then hits another spear because he's faster than the security, but then the security eventually get on him and he gets taken away. That's how I would have ended Raw, right? Just complete and utter chaos if they were going to go down this path, because Braun Breaker just standing tall with no security chasing after him, it just made Adam Pearce look bad as well. Overall, this week's episode of Monday Night Raw was very, very enjoyable, but also a little bit inconsistent at times. Every 30 to 45 minutes, there'd be a booking decision like you'd be scratching your head about. From Priest going from a face to a heel in following segments, to Sheamus' theme being replaced, to Braun Breaker, well, security just forgetting about Braun Breaker. But still, it was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of fantastic, amazing, money stuff on this show, so overall I'll give it a subtle round of applause. Performance of the night was a little bit of a tough one today, but I'm going to give it to Damian Priest because that promo he cut was brilliant. He then had that really good showing in the match against Braun Strowman, and of course he was in countless backstage segments throughout the night, advancing and helping to advance the Dom and Rhea story, and he played his role really well in those as well. In terms of the moment of the night, well, it has to be the Creed brothers joining Chad Gable, of course, before the Wyatt Six attack. That was a lot of fun. But what did you think about last night's episode of Monday Night Raw? Let me know in the comments down below, and please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any podcasts, any videos at all from us here at Wrestling Republic. We create content every single day for you guys, and I will be back tomorrow on WR News. See you then. Peace.